this box, which is a little bit intimidating. I'll use the word intimidating. That is a whole lot of twist ties, if there are twist ties. But it
doesn't look like it. I think we
dodged the twist tie horror. Yay!
So Hobgoblin Troop Pack.
Hobgoblin Troop Pack. Ooh, cards. I'm gonna.
You're going straight for the scenario. You always go straight for the scenario.
Because I'm really excited by these now.
Oh god, this also smells like China.
Oh man, you know what? It's like new car smell for board gamers.
It's weird though. This is pack number 7 that we're opening, and 2 of them have had this really weird off-gassing.
Super weird.
5 of them have not, including the starter set. So I guess 6 have not.
Yeah, no, the starter set had no smell.
Ooh, I
really feel like a makeup blogger right now though, because they always talk about smell. This lipstick smells like roses.
Like these models.
Ooh.
I want to talk, like, honestly, out of everything that I've seen, every single model I would give a little bit of TLC for. These ones, I actually wouldn't. I mean, I could touch up the hair, I could touch up the face.
The black and the sword a little bit.
But as a whole, these are outstanding.
For a pack of 6, they're pretty beautiful. And you know what? This is probably going to be really old news to the people who played, like, the D&D precursor, I guess. The WizKids version. With the 28mm models, but like the rose gold on this model is actually pretty stunning, and it's quite lovely. Like it's actually really nice, and the sculpt is beautiful again. Like I talked a little bit about it in a few videos across the board. Like I talked about how beautiful the Romulan D'Deridex ship sculpt was, especially when you crack it open with a razor blade, and you can appreciate the inside, like how the inside is actually sculpted. The sculpts on these models are gorgeous, and therefore they hold paint beautifully, and it's kind of one of the reasons why I love painting WizKids models, is because they do hold paint so wonderfully. Like, if the sculpt was bad, I probably wouldn't put as much effort into it as I do, but, like, this paint is beautiful.
I am just outright impressed by these.
You know, it's the right amount of metallic.
Yeah.
Like, looking at it, it's the right amount of metallic. It is not obviously silver, though, and that's nice. Like, it is a true, like, I don't know, I would say it's like the coppery, oh, maybe even darker red than a copper. But it's very, very impressive. Like, this rosy color. Good stuff. Bronze. That's the word I'm probably looking for. Dark bronze. Are there 6 of these cards? Or is it in units of 3? How do they work?
Okay, so...
What is in that pack there?
I'm looking at it. I've noticed a couple of really interesting things that I like. Namely formations.
Ooh.
So you have a square formation, you have a wedge formation, which indicate, like, you get bonuses, however, you do have to...
Maintain it?
Yeah, maintain it. So I read the square formation where you have to have at least 2 lines of at least 2 soldiers, and they have to be maintaining that formation. If you move, you know, and someone falls out of it, no dice.
I am so...
They don't get that bonus.
Can I just interject with how much I am in love with that right now? Because, and I talk about, like, Attack Wing being a game that is played on the table, and how, like, a lot of the conversations online, it's so easy to reduce a game to dice stacking and ability stacking and cards, where you try to win in the list building phase of the game.
Yeah.
And you don't actually play the game because it's like, why bother rolling dice? Why bother moving stuff around? But so much happens on the table that it's actually, like, I find that the game is all the more interesting when you play it on the tabletop. And formations make me giddy, like truly giddy, because moving formations is freaking hard. It's tricky, it's challenging, and, you know, kudos to the people who know how to move, because they can overcome a lot. They can overcome a lot of card stacking. They can overcome a lot of, like, optimized list building, particularly if your opponent is just not as good at moving as you are. So, the formation thing is something that I totally love. I love that. I think that's super cool. I'm looking here at the scenario, and it is a transporters versus highwaymen kind of thing. It actually is really cool. I like the idea of of this kind of like, you've got to get through this far, and that sort of thing. That's really cool. And yeah, that's interesting. And it talks about a Sheardra in this pack as well. So like they reference that sort of stuff. They're again, a lot of the stuff referenced a lot of the stuff in the starter set. This one is Adventure 3.6 in the whole adventure series, I suppose. So that's cool. And I don't see any. Oh, there it is. There's the Highway Caravan token right there. That's pretty cool. And yeah, no, I'm stoked to see how these guys play. I'm really excited about the formations, and just trying them out and seeing how they work on the table is going to be really interesting. So yeah, as usual, you'll get a more detailed rundown of these cards and how I think you can play with them once I've actually had a chance to play with them. Once we've played some games, and you can actually see them in action in our Let's Plays. So being able to see that might give you some decisions as to what to pick up in terms of your first few expansions. We've got one more pack to open, and I'm super excited about opening it because I think it goes with that awesome Sun Elf Wizard that I think is super cool. Alright, let's go.